Well, drivers in Tucson are all too familiar with bumpy roads, but things could smooth out for people in a lot of neighborhoods. Take a look at a map. It shows areas that will get some fresh pavement. 9 on your side's Craig Smith is live in the Richland Heights neighborhood near Fort Lowell and Campbell, where you will see some work.
Well, you know, there's a good chance your neighborhood streets are like the ones here, rough, cracked, full of potholes, or potholes waiting to happen. Well, now the city of Tucson has a plan in place to fix up the streets in a lot of these neighborhoods, but there's not enough money for all of them. Streets in Richland Heights are rough on the drivers. They can be tough on pedestrians, too.
Okay, last night we were coming home from a neighborhood watch meeting at, after dark, and walking down the street, my husband stepped in that and tripped. I mean, he was okay and everything, but...
Sandy Miller is secretary of the Richland Heights Neighborhood Association. She's happy to hear it's one of the red squares on this map. Those neighborhoods are in year one of the city's plan to smooth out the streets. Other areas will have their turn in the 4 years that follow. The city often skips really bad streets to keep fairly good streets from going bad instead. The idea is the money goes farther. Steve Padgeau chairs a commission deciding which streets get the money. He says they found they were able to double the miles they could fix and still add more of the really bad streets to the mix.
And it brought up some of our poor to very poor streets from a condition that was potholed and very badly cracked into a good condition.
When Tucsonans approved a jump in their property tax, the city was able to sell bonds to pay for the street repair. Jack Hershey wishes the city would try more sophisticated investments to raise more money so he can stop watching his street fall apart. Now, interestingly, we've talked to a couple of neighbors who aren't all that happy at the idea of smoothing out these streets. They're afraid speeders will take over in here and it'll become much more dangerous. Now, the map we showed you defines about 30 areas to be taken care of over a span of about 5 years. But how did you end up in the first group to get taken care of? What we're told is that a lot of that had to do with an emphasis in the first year on places where there's a lot of pedestrian and a lot of bicycle traffic. Now, we have mostly talked about little neighborhood streets like this one, but we want to assure you the bulk of that overall bond program is for the big main streets across town that people have been bumping over for years. Reporting live, Craig Smith, KGUN-9 on your side.